Hey guys, Tooby here, and welcome back to Instagram Authority. We are now on lesson 3, which is all about strategy. Good ideas need good strategy to realize their potential. Okay, the idea here is that regardless of what your idea is on Instagram, whether you're going to sell some product or an online service or maybe even just write a blog, regardless of how good that idea is, without a strategy, you're not going to be able to reach the right people, and you're not really going to be able to capitalize on Instagram as much as you could as if you had a strong strategy in place. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to give you 4 major strategic elements that you need to be implementing every day in order to see success on Instagram. So let's get started. So your Instagram strategy starts with your posting frequency, okay? The amount that you post on Instagram is really important, and it's far different than a lot of other social media platforms. So as a rule of thumb, once per day is quite common and probably the most appropriate for Instagram. This is the best way for you to stay top of mind with your audience and be giving great content on a regular basis. Now, some people choose to post more than once per day, which is fine if that works for your audience. Again, this is something that you need to test. If you find that when you post twice or maybe even 3 times a day, you're losing followers, or maybe your engagement isn't as high as when you post once per day, then these are things to take note of and adjust to, okay? So I would say never exceed 3 posts per day, and if you are posting that amount, to make sure that they're spaced out about 8 hours apart so that you're really reaching your full audience and all of the different time zones. Personally, for me, I used to post once per day. However, recently I have started posting once every other day and actually have seen a substantial increase in engagement. The reason for this, I believe, is that the lifespan of an Instagram post has increased, and I'm noticing that up to 48 hours and onward, I'm still getting likes and comments on my posts. Now, if I had posted one image today and another image tomorrow, I find that that actually kills the engagement on the previous post. So when I give it 48 hours to really reach its full potential, that has been performing for me and I am getting more engagement. So that's what I'm doing right now. But as I said, I didn't used to do it this way. So Instagram is all about trial and error and tracking what's working for you and your account, okay? Once every other day may work for me, but it may not be as successful for you depending on your account and your audience. So the next thing that we need to consider when it comes to our Instagram strategy is hashtags. So if you've been on Instagram for more than a minute, you've probably realized that hashtags are pretty popular and most people are using them, and for good reason, okay? Hashtags is what helps you be seen by a wider range of people. If you don't use hashtags, then your content will simply only be shown to the people that follow you. If you use hashtags, this reach increases substantially. So now, having said that, you can't just use any old hashtag, because if you do that, you're going to show up somewhere that your target market isn't, or you're simply going to waste your hashtag usage on tags that just don't bring you any traffic at all. And the main thing you need to be aware of is the size of the hashtag, okay? So as I've written here, you want to stay between 5,000 and 500,000 posts associated with a hashtag. And the reason for that is because if your hashtag is too large, you simply won't be seen and you won't receive any traffic. A hashtag that has over 1 million posts associated with it is updated very regularly, which means your image is just going to get pushed down and hidden amongst everyone else. And like I said, you're not going to get any traffic from that. So stay between 5,000 and 500,000. And then on top of that, your hashtags need to be very specific and descriptive of your content or the purpose of your account. If you use a hashtag that has nothing to do with what you offer on your account, then when somebody comes to your account via that hashtag, they're going to be disappointed. Okay, this goes all the way back to the lesson we had yesterday where I talked about focus. You need to have a strong focus for your account, and you need to be giving your audience and your visitors what they showed up for, okay? So if you hashtag palm tree and then someone comes to your account and you're actually providing Instagram tips, then they might be a little bit confused. They were expecting to see maybe a travel account or something like that, and now they're just going to leave your account. So that wasn't a good use of your hashtag. So be specific and descriptive, and make sure you stay between 5,000 and 500,000 posts associated with those hashtags. So the next part of your Instagram strategy is to provide value. When you post to Instagram, you have to be providing value in some form or another. And the three main categories for that would be entertainment, education, or emotion. Now, this doesn't need to be overthought. It's actually quite simple. So when it comes to providing value in the terms of entertainment, this is as simple as uploading a beautiful photo, okay? For example, men in coffee. People want to see men in coffee when they come to my feed. So when I upload that photo of a super attractive guy drinking coffee in his bed on a Sunday morning, that's entertainment for my audience. Entertainment could also be in the form of a joke in your caption or a meme which makes someone laugh, okay? So entertainment is experienced in a variety of different ways, and I'll leave that up to you to decide if your content fits into that category, but just make sure you're thinking about this, okay? So another obvious way to provide value is through education. This is what I do on my Insta with Alex account. I provide Instagram tips or business tips or some kind of takeaway that my audience can use in their day-to-day life, okay? So providing education is pretty easy. And again, it doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be 7 paragraphs long. Just one simple line that gives education in some way or another in a, hey, did you know, or have you heard sort of context is really powerful and keeps people coming back. And then the last way to provide value is through emotion, okay? So this generally comes down to your caption writing and storytelling within your caption. So to provide emotion would be to tell a funny story or to tell a sad story or to just share something intimate or authentic about your life or about your business or whatever it is that your account is about, okay? So thinking about having a great high quality photo, but also pairing it with some sort of value is going to make your Instagram account really powerful and really provide a reason for your audience to keep coming back and to continue following you and to like your posts and to click your links, etc. Okay? So consider providing value in one of these 3 ways every time you upload to Instagram. And the last thing you need to consider today when it comes to Instagram strategy is engaging, okay? You need to be proactive when it comes to Instagram. You cannot just open an Instagram account, post a couple pretty pictures, and expect your revenue to climb. Build it and they will come is not really something that actually works on Instagram. Instead, you have to seek out your potential audience and interact with them on a daily basis. So to do this, I suggest hopping into the search area of Instagram. You just have to click the magnifying glass icon on the bottom of the screen. And then at the top, you'll get a search bar. And if you tap over to the tags section, you can start searching hashtags that your potential audience or potential customer might be using. Once you've done that and you're inside of a hashtag, you're going to see a variety of photos that you can easily go through and like and comment on and maybe even follow their accounts, okay? So you need to be doing this every day, and the idea behind this is that when you're engaging with the right people, they're going to come back to your feed, they're going to see that amazing high quality content that you're providing, they're going to see that value that you have in your posts, and from there they're going to want to follow you, they're going to want to click that link to see more of what you offer, and they're going to want to comment and like on all of your posts, okay? So if you want to get engagement on your content, you're going to have to give engagement to other people. So make sure that you don't forget that and that you do implement it on a regular basis, as this will make a really big impact in your success on Instagram. So that is it for lesson 3. Again, you have a little bit of homework to complete today. As all the other lessons, this one also comes with a workbook that you can see on the left here. I want you to fill that out, and you can find it within the email that I sent you today or underneath this video. And I also want you to come and chime in on the discussion in the Instagram Marketing Mastermind under the Lesson 3 discussion thread. Again, you can find that link in the email that I sent out today and also underneath this video. I hope that you learned something new today and that the wheels are kind of turning, that you realize that just showing up on Instagram isn't enough. There's many other variables that go into it, and this is a labor of love and something that requires effort. As for tomorrow's lesson, we're moving on to key components you need to understand to be successful on Instagram, which is a little bit different than these foundational lessons we've been doing. Now that you know how to structure your Instagram bio and the importance of a theme and cohesion and focus and how to use hashtags, and that you need to post frequently and engage with your audience. Now that you know all those foundational things, it's time to move forward into a little bit more of the juicy stuff, okay? So you can keep an eye on that in your inbox for tomorrow. And just to note that there will not be a video associated with that. It is simply a text lesson. So let me know if you prefer to learn that way after you read it. And yeah, I will talk to you guys tomorrow.